Hi friends, this is Saraswati. Today we'll see about came up. Why the name came up? Maurice Carnap developed a new technique to represent the Boolean function. That is why with his name it is called as Carnap map or K-map. So Carnap plus map is what together we say it as Carnap map or just as K-map. Next question comes to our mind is why Carnap map is so popular? Because it is easy to solve Boolean expressions and it is a pictorial method of simplifying the Boolean expression. And it is nothing but a two-dimensional truth table. It minimizes without the Boolean laws and theorems. And also the major thing is it requires less number of steps. That is why we say that Carnap map is so popular. And when we said about Carnap map, we said that it is a two-dimensional representation. Then what is the one-dimensional representation of truth table? So it is the common method of representing the input and output with all possibilities. What will be the output for all possible inputs? And you know that possible inputs depends on the number of variables taken as input, and it is given with a simple formula that is 2 power n. So if we are saying number of possibilities, that is nothing but the possible combinations, and it is given with a simple formula 2 power n combinations, where n represents the number of inputs. Here, for example, we have taken a Boolean function for AND gate, which is 2 input. So here A and B is going to be 2 inputs. So 2 power 2 becomes 4 combinations. The possibilities are 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. So this A and B is going to be the input and the possible output is A into B. That is AND function. So in below A, what all values you are going to specify, this column represents A values and column B represents B value. Let us now know about two-dimensional truth table, which we call it as K-map. Here, I have taken the same example of AND gate. Instead of 4 rows, 4 squares are used. In this, the value of 0 is represented as complement of variable and 1 is represented as the variable as such. For example, let us take the first row 0, 0. 0, 0 is represented as A dash B dash as you see in the screen. Here, the dash represents the complement. Here, each square is joined to form a map called K-map, or it is otherwise called as matrix method. So here, this is how the map has been arranged. Here, in this map, we can see the variable A and B. These A and B are the inputs. With the inputs, we have to form the map. A can be 0 or 1, which is forming the row, and B can be 0 or 1, which is forming the column. And when assigning the values for alphabets or variables or inputs, you have to see that the successive value is 1 bit change, or else you have to arrange to 1 bit change. Okay, and now we can see the output has to be written inside the squares. So 0, 0, that is A0, B0, A0, B0, and output is 0. That output 0 should be written here. So like this, we have to fill the squares. Second is 0, 1. Input 0, 1, output is 0. Input A is 0, B is 1, and the output is 0. Like this, we have to fill the outputs inside the map. And these values, what we have written in red, that is nothing but the minterms. So 0, 0, minterm 0, 0, 1, minterm 1, 1, 0, minterm 2, 1, 1, minterm 3. This is how we have to arrange. So next, let us compare the Boolean algebra and K-map. So using Boolean laws, let us simplify the function. Let us take a function f equal to a b dash plus ab. So how we have to simplify this? Here b is said to be redundant. That is redundant in sense b and its complement is present. So we can take a outside, b dash plus b we can take inside. So b dash plus b is nothing but 1 according to Boolean laws. So a into 1 will become a. The function now will become a. Now how many steps we have taken? We have taken 4 steps for solving this equation. Now using K-map, so let me arrange the inputs. So inputs, we can assign the input variables as the truth table. Okay. So when we are writing the truth table in the order BA, then we can write it as BA. When we are writing the truth table in the order AB, then you can make A first, then B. Okay. So now this variable depends upon the truth table order. Okay. Now this is taken B as row, A as column. Okay. Now this portion is nothing but 0, 1, which we have already seen. It is nothing but A is 1. So A, B is 0. So B dash. A into B dash. Here we have written 1. No, the output 1 is available. That is the meaning. So A value is 1. So A, B value is 1. So B, A into B. So we have to group the number of ones or nearby ones which is having 1 bit change. Okay. So this grouping will see it afterwards, and we have some rules to form this grouping. All those I'll say you in the upcoming videos. Okay. Now next, directly seeing the diagram, I have just grouped this and I have written A as the answer. Only one step I can get the output. So that is what, instead of Boolean laws, we go for K-map. Okay. So now this is what is the 3 variable K-map. When my input is 3 variable A, B, C, I'll be having 8 combinations. So I'm taking 8 squares and A only single alphabet. So there is possibility of 0 and 1. So only 2 rows. B, C is having 2 alphabets. 2 alphabets means 4 combinations. So 0, 0, 0, 1. Already I said only 1 bit change should be there. So 0, 1. After 0, 1. We have to take only 1, 1. Then after that, we have to go for 1, 0. So this 1 bit change after successive numbers, we call it as gray code. So we are going to follow gray code for the representation of K-map. Okay. Now 0, 0, 1. The minterm value is 1. 0, 1, 1. So the minterm value is 3. The numbers which has been marked in red is nothing but minterms. Okay. So this is how it is for 4 variable K-map. 2 variables for rows and 2 variables for column. So we are equally splitting. So 2 power 4, therefore it is 16 squares. So we are getting 16 combinations and it should be gray code. So this is how it will be arranged. When you write 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0 in row and column, the equivalent minterm of this squares will be what I have marked in red. Okay, so you know the binary numbers. So need not explain this. We'll go for the next. Here You can see we have 7 rules of K-map to group. What is meant by adjacency? That is what we are going to see in the next slide. So adjacency property in K-map is what important for grouping. So how we are going to group your variables? Okay. So adjacency property means it is nothing but wrap around at edges. That is at the edges. You can see 0, 0, 0 and 0, 1, 0 is having 1 bit change. So these corners or edges can be grouped. Okay. So next top and bottom. So top 0, 0, 0 and bottom 1, 0, 0 is 1 bit change. So these outputs can be grouped. These squares can be grouped. Left and right. So 0, 0, 0. Next you can see at my right you are having 0, 0, 1. So left and right can be grouped. So here we are having only 1 bit change. So this square also can be grouped. Okay. Now top, bottom, if we have bottom we can group left, right. So this is how we can group. Okay. Rule 1 of K-map. Group should not include any cell containing a 0. You can see the output 0, 0, 1, 1 is filled inside the square, and the dotted line which we have formed is called grouping. The group should not have zeros inside the group. 0 and 1 together should not be grouped. So this is wrong. So how we have to group is, this is what is correct method of grouping. Either you can group ones or you can group zeros. When we are going for representing min terms, we are going to group ones. So this is what is the correct method of grouping. And here you can see the nearby numbers will be always grouped. The nearby cells or squares will be always grouped. Second rule is, group may be horizontal or vertical, but not diagonal. Okay. So this is the wrong method of grouping. You cannot group diagonal ones. So how we have to group is, we have to group only horizontal or vertical, and also the grouping number should not be odd numbers, or that is the group should be only 2 squares. That is either you can group 2 or you can group 4 or 8, 16. You cannot group 3, you cannot group 5, 6, 7, all those numbers we cannot group. All those squares we cannot group. Okay, so here we are grouping 2 squares. This is allowed, whereas the 3 squares together you cannot put inside a single group. So when we are having 3 ones in this square, we have to make 2 groups. One is horizontal, another group is vertical. So this is the correct method of grouping. Third rule is, group must contain 2 power n cells. That is single term I can represent 2, 4, 8, etc. That is what previously I said. So what I said in the previous statement, the same thing. Can we group these 3 ones together? No, because it is not 2 power n and it is not coming under the condition. So this is wrong way of grouping. What is the correct way of grouping? Whenever we are having 3 ones nearby, we have to make 2 groups. Okay. So first 2 squares we have grouped, next 2 squares. This is what is the correct method of grouping. Next. See, we are having 6 ones here. Okay. So if we are having 6 ones, we cannot group all these 6 ones together. So we have to group only according to the nearby numbers. We can group all the rows and all the columns. So here all the columns is being grouped. 4 columns we are having, no, all the 4 columns is being filled with 1. So all the 4 columns is being grouped. And here we are having 2 rows and these 2 rows are grouped. So 2 groups we are making. This is what is the correct way of grouping. Next, see here, in this all these squares are filled with 1. If all these squares are filled with 1, we can put everything together in a single group. This is the correct method. So now here you can see, is this the correct method of grouping? No, because we cannot group 1 as well as 0. So this is wrong grouping. Okay, and here this is 2 variable, that is 4 squares. All the 4 squares are filled with 1. So we can put everything together in a single group. So this is correct. Now rule 4. Each group should be as large as possible, resulting in as few groups. Okay, now you can see we are filled with 6 squares. Okay, the one you can see the ones are filled with 6 squares. 6 squares are filled with ones. Okay, now how we have to group? We should not group 2 2. Always we have to go for the maximum. Here nearby in the second column and third column, nearby I am having 1. Third column and fourth column I am having 1. So together the whole column can be grouped and the whole rows can be grouped. According to that condition, I can group the overall term. This is wrong method. Wrong way of grouping. Now what is the correct way of grouping? We can group all these 4 squares. Okay, and you can see first column and second column both are filled with ones. So we can go for 2 groups like this. First, all the columns are grouped, and here first 2 columns are grouped. Okay, all the columns of first group, first row is being grouped, and first 2 columns and first 2 rows is being grouped. So this is the correct way of grouping. Rule 5. Each cell containing a 1 must be part of a group if possible. So here we can see these 2 is being grouped and this 1 is separately grouped, and we know that these 2 vertical grouping is possible. According to our rule, top bottom can be grouped. So at the top of this one I am having 1. So these 2 ones can be grouped. Is this the correct way then? No, this is wrong. Now how should be the group? This group should be like this. So this is the correct method of grouping. Group may overlap. Okay, now I'm having 6 ones filled. Now see, first 4 has been grouped, and here separately they have grouped 2 ones. Now this can be made as 4 ones, so that number of variables will be reduced. So this is wrong method. How we have to group? This is the correct way of grouping. That is what it is called as overlap is possible. We can go for overlap. Now we can see 7 cells are grouped. 7 cells together you cannot make a single group. So what you have to do? We go for first row, all the 4 columns as one group. Next 2 rows, 2 columns, making 4 squares in a group. Then 2 rows, 2 columns. So separate 4 squares. So this is what is the correct method of grouping. The 7th rule is group may wrap around the table. Wrap around means, see here the first column and last column can be grouped. So this is the correct way of grouping. Here we can see this is the correct way of grouping. First, here first one, the last one, and bottom this one, and here this one. All these corners, call this as corners. All these corner ones can be grouped, and here the column is filled with 1. All this this column is filled with 1, this can be separately. So this is what is the correct method. And here we said about wrapping, isn't it? So this wrapping is nothing but you just fold like this 0 0 0 1 1 1 1 0. So 0 0 and 1 0 is one bit change. These cells can be grouped. This is what called as wrapping. Now we have a short summary of this rules. No zeros are allowed. No diagonals can be grouped. Only power of 2 number of cells in each group. Groups should be as large as possible. Every one must be in at least one group. Overlapping allowed. Wrap around allowed. Fewest number of possible groups. Thank you.